Hi everyone, my name is Shanika. I'm also known as Mommy Lucas from the Lucas Squad Show. And we have added an aspect to our YouTube channel called Parenting 101. So one thing I want to do as a licensed social worker is bring information for parents. And so today I've decided to discuss positive discipline. I want to just make people aware of what positive discipline is and how it can positively affect your children. So we'll talk about corporal punishment, the effects of corporal punishment, and what we can do as an alternative to that. We'll also talk about the effects of yelling and how yelling can affect your children, and then we'll discuss alternatives to yelling. All right, so corporal punishment is described as anything that is used to physically punish your child, such as spanking, whoopings. Research does show that corporal punishment has been linked to mental health issues. So children that experience corporal punishment have a higher chance of experiencing mood disorder, personality disorder, anxiety, depression, and substance abuse issues. Here are some alternatives that you can use instead of using corporal punishment. 1, place your child in timeout. Now, I know a lot of people say that timeout really does not work for their child, but if you do time out the right way, you'd be surprised how it can positively affect your child. So I've posted a link to this video that shows you the correct way to incorporate time out in your child's discipline. Number 2, taking privileges away. You know what your kids like the most. Using those to incorporate discipline by taking those things away from them could be a great aspect of positive discipline. If you do decide to take your child's privileges away, be sure to let them know when and how they can earn those privileges back. For example, if you have a child who likes to watch TV and they misbehave, taking that privilege away, but also letting them know that if you clean your room, then you can watch TV tomorrow. Number 2, allow natural consequences. Number 3, reward good behavior. We don't always want to focus on negative behavior when it comes to our kids. We want to acknowledge the positive things that they also do. So if you have been telling your child to do something over and over again, and you see that they're doing it and they're doing it consistently, point that out, shout them out, let them know that you notice that they're doing great and you're so proud of them. That can really go a long way. Number 4, ignoring mild behavior. So this is a good one for toddlers or younger children. Of course, you don't want to ignore dangerous situations. Something that is a real pet peeve for me when a child is talking to me while I am talking to someone else, after I've explained to them that it's rude to do so, ignoring them in those situations so that they can learn like this is not okay. Yelling. If you're a parent, you know that sometimes emotions can get the best of you, and sometimes those emotions can take over, and by the time you know it, you're yelling at the top of your lungs. I'm sure as parents we've all experienced it. The good thing about it is you can change the way that you talk to your kids, so you can go from a yelling dialogue to a respectful dialogue. If you've ever been in maybe an argument with someone or had someone yell at you, you notice that you don't even really hear what they say because you're just so focused on the fact that you're being yelled at. It's really the same for children. When we yell at our children, they may not receive the message that we're trying to give them because we're yelling. Research also shows a connection to children who are yelled at constantly. They may be more aggressive physically and verbally. Yelling in general, no matter the context, can be an expression of anger. And what it does is it scares children and it makes them feel insecure. This, on the other hand, can be more reassuring for children. And that reassurance can make them feel calm. It can make them feel respected, accepted, in spite of their bad behaviors. Here are some alternatives to yelling. Giving yourself a timeout. So not only is it good for us to give our kids a timeout, definitely giving ourselves a timeout when you feel like you're at that point where you're going to explode. Go in your room, sit for a couple minutes, use the countdown method, count down from 10 or whatever number you need to. Talk about your emotions. Talk about how the things that they do made you feel and encourage them to do the same. And so this will help them develop a respect for themselves and also others. Address bad behavior calmly but firmly. Especially when you have smaller children, it's a really good idea to get to their eye level because you don't want to talk above them. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody is way bigger than you and they're talking to you, but they're standing over you? That kind of makes you feel a little anxious or fearful. It's the same for our children. So you want to make sure that you're getting down to their level and having conversations with them. When you're talking to them and letting them know what needs to be done, you can say it calm and firm without yelling. Number 3, use consequences but leave out threats. Threats and punishment humiliate and shame children. And I know that's not what we want to do as parents. And then just a word on basic needs. If we are not okay as parents, then it's kind of hard for us to raise healthy children. So having your own basic needs met is very important. Making sure you're getting enough sleep at night, making sure you're eating well-balanced meals, taking some time out for self-care for yourself. Establish a routine for yourself and your family. Wake up in the morning before your family so that you can take time to journal, take time to pray, take time to read. Doing something for just yourself without any distractions can be really beneficial to us, which could also benefit our parenting. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.